It was late afternoon, in a quiet suburban town, when Ryan, a single father and mechanic, heard the sound of a car breaking down near his garage. A sleek black SUV rolled to a stop, steam rising from under the hood. Out stepped Claire, a young woman dressed in business attire, clearly frustrated. Her little daughter Emma peeked out from the back seat, holding a stuffed bunny. Ryan wiped the grease from his hands and walked over. "Need a hand?" he asked warmly. Claire nodded, exhaling. "Please. I have a meeting in an hour, and this thing just quit on me." Ryan lifted the hood and peered inside. The problem was clear, a broken belt and overheating radiator. "It's fixable," he said, "but it'll take about 40 minutes. Claire sighed but agreed, glancing at her watch. As Ryan worked, Emma wandered closer, fascinated by the tools and sparks. "Are you fixing Mummy's car?" she asked, her voice full of curiosity. "Sure am," he said with a smile. "Cars just need a little patience and care." Emma nodded seriously. "Like people." Ryan paused, then chuckled softly. "Exactly like people." Claire watched them, amused and oddly touched by the exchange. As time passed, Ryan worked skillfully, his hands steady and confident. Claire noticed how patient he was, even when Emma asked dozens of questions. "Why's that part shiny? What's this tool for?" He answered each one kindly. Claire couldn't remember the last time someone treated her child with such gentleness. She found herself relaxing, her frustration melting into quiet admiration. "You're good with kids," she said. Ryan smiled without looking up. "When you raise one alone, you learn patience the hard way." There was something in his tone, not sadness, just strength wrapped in humility. When the engine finally roared back to life, Claire's relief was visible. "You're amazing," she said, pulling out her wallet. Ryan shook his head. "You already said thank you." "That's enough," she blinked. "At least let me pay you." But before she could insist, Emma tugged at her sleeve and whispered something. Claire smiled faintly and looked at Ryan. "She wants to say something." Emma stepped forward, her small voice soft but clear. "Thank you for fixing Mommy's car," she said. "But I think you fixed her smile too." For a moment, no one spoke. Only the hum of the engine filled the air. Ryan knelt down to Emma's level, visibly moved. "You've got a big heart, kiddo," he said quietly. Claire turned away, blinking fast to hide the emotion rising in her chest. Her world had been meetings, schedules, and screens for so long, she'd forgotten what simple kindness felt like. "How much do I owe you, really?" she asked again. Ryan hesitated. "If you really want to pay me back, bring Emma by the shop sometime." "I could use a good helper," Emma gasped excitedly. "Can I, Mommy?" Claire laughed, unable to say no. "I think we just made a deal." Days turned into weeks, and true to her word, Claire brought Emma by every Saturday. She'd watch her daughter learn about tools and teamwork while she and Ryan talked about life, work, and raising kids alone. Claire discovered he wasn't just a mechanic. He was a man who had rebuilt his life from scratch after losing his wife. She admired his resilience. For Ryan, seeing Claire laugh again felt like sunlight breaking through after a long storm. The small garage slowly became more than a workplace. It became a space filled with laughter, warmth, and something new. One evening, as Claire prepared to leave after another visit, Emma ran up to Ryan with a small drawing, the three of them standing beside a shiny car, smiling. "That's our family garage," she said proudly. Ryan looked at Claire, who blushed softly but didn't look away. "Kids say what's in their hearts," he said. Claire smiled. "Maybe we should listen more often." The sun dipped behind the trees, painting the sky gold. What started as a broken car had turned into something far more meaningful, a reminder that sometimes life's best repairs happen to the heart, not the engine.